So I decided to actually put a headboard in. It's going to be smaller than the sides. I don't mind that at all. It's not to create warmth, it's just so that I can have lights in the roof. I was going to keep it like that, but I think it'll look better without it. So I've got some original Technics. I just took them apart before. And what I've done here is, so I just took the speakers out of there, they're going to go into this. What I'm doing now is I'm tracing the lights through. Now the underside, I'll show you a better picture in a minute. I've gone for a 3-tone colour, the middle being a bigger spotlight than the other two. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to trace this all the way to the end into a split, and then that's going to attach to that, and then straight in, and there's a switch on and off there as well, so I'm not wasting electric. I could have hardwired it, but I didn't really want to do that. And then that's basically going to bolt straight into the roof there. Another thing that I've done today is the headrest that I took off the back of the chair originally. I've bent out and I've actually made a ladder for them to go on the back. Now I'm not going to be using it often, but it just means that I can climb up, sit on the roof if I want to, and also put things in on and off the roof easier. What I had to do was bend these bits here, bend them in a bit, and then we bolted onto the top, bolted onto the bottom, and then it just basically screwed onto the bottom of there, bolted through, sorry, and bolt out the top there. So I'm going to get this roof lining in, and then I'll show you how it looks. So that's all the back all prepped already over there, so I'm just going to lift this up. So I purposely didn't go on the edges. There's a reason for that, I'll show you later. And all we've done is connected it to that. So guys, welcome to another episode of Off-Grid Adventure UK. So today is going to be part 10 of the camper van build, and today I'm going to show you around the van because it is pretty much finished. Quite happy with everything that's on it, so I shall see you guys when I get parked up. So though I've uploaded all the other videos bit by bit, week 1 to 9, I've done them all in one go basically. I thought I'd give a updated, finished, it's 95% finished, so I thought I'd give a 95% finished van and give you a walk around it and show you the use of the van and where I've put everything. My kit in here now, quite happy with it, near enough finished. The outside is going to be resprayed at some point because it was a plasterer's fan. There is a few scratches, you can still see a little bit of the writing through there. There's cracks on the lights, so the lights are going to be upgraded, and as you can see there's a few scratch marks and along there. There is a few little bits that I'm going to tweak and change, but apart from that, I'm going to get on and show you the inside of the fan and show you how I'm using the space for anyone that is looking to buy a Vivaro. So I'll start with the outside. As you can see here, this is actually from the back of the bulk seat, front seat. So that would have been on the back. Now all I did is bent this in, bent the bottom in there, and then we attached it with bolts. I'll just show you on the inside. Bolts down at the bottom there, bolts up at the top. Now I'm not going to be climbing the roof all the time, so it's not a full-time permanent thing. It will eventually work its way loose, but for now that will do me. It helps me get up onto the roof. Now on the roof, I've got 2 bars. I have got a chance for a third one if I want it. I was going to put a box on top, however I don't really need it. It, one, gives away that it is a camper and I want it to be a stealth camper, and 2, it's just bigger and more of cost on fuel because obviously the wind drag. So there was a scrape in the van down here which will come out of it, but the wheels came up quite nice. Now the front, I've put a front splitter on and I think it looks quite good. And all I'm going to do later on is I'm going to blacken these so that it fits in with that, fits in with the wheel, and they're going to be black as well, but we'll paint that up later on. Like, as I say, it's rough and ready, but the engine's good. Just moved further up the road there because I was getting attacked by seagulls that are looking after the young. So the inside, I was going to put seat covers on, but for now I've cleaned the seats as you saw in previous videos. I'm quite happy with how clean they are. I don't get in the van dirty myself. There will be times that I will, but again, I can just give the seats a wipe. I will put some covers on eventually, but I want the soft feel ones rather than the hard plastic. So the dash I've not really done much with. Got my little friend there, he holds my sunglasses. I've normally got my memory banks in here, and that way I can charge it as I'm driving. I've obviously got the camera on there as well. Quite a handy feature to have. It just saves you being at fault when you're not at fault. This glove compartment, this side door I don't really use for now. However, the other side I like to keep a organiser in, tyre flat, and I've got a battery starter there as well. So they're ready accessible. I always keep them in the fan so that I can start there. Now down here I've got the first aid kit, should always have that on you. Work boots down here. Underneath here I have a Dutch oven. That's for the camping trips, fits nicely under there. I also have a rain jacket in there, easily accessed. Say first aid kit, work boots and bits under there, and things to get it started, space there as well. So there's the front, utilised quite a bit, not too crowded, and I can still have two. I'm going to start with the back. So doors open. Now these are painted black as you saw in the video. These I'm not sure what I'm going to do with yet. They're probably going to have windows, so I've really left them alone for now. This side I've just stuck up a few places that I've been. You've seen down here I have the bed, and I made the bed, put it across. That's got quite a thick memory foam mattress, and I've got all my blankets and whatever else I need there. Some cushions for daily stuff and pillows for nights. So as you saw, I carpeted the walls. And I've put some shelves up now. Obviously driving a fan, it moves around, so all I've done is tie some shoelace, and that kind of cuts that off so nothing really falls off there. And in here I have a load of toiletries, nail clippers, some hand cream. I have a phone waterproof cover, I have a speaker and a light torch, so they're ready accessible, so I can just jump in, grab them. Some ornaments there, and as I showed you last time, this is kind of closed off, but I've got loads of things under here. So move this out of the way, I will explain this in a second. So this easily just tucks up there, and in this one I have miscellaneous. It's still got working bits that I'm doing to it. Eventually that will just hold tyre inflator and other bits that I want to easily access. So a few torches and bits and bobs. So that one slides under there. So I have the stove, all my spices, bowls, hydration flask, tin foil, you name it, for cooking, and I have it all in there. And that just simply goes straight back on top, right back in there. So as you can see, I've got one crate, miscellaneous, this one for the cooking, and here, so the toolbox is on board obviously, because then I can repair bits on the van if needed, wherever I am, but also I can do odd jobs in different areas and make a little bit of money as I'm traveling. So that's the idea behind there. It's always handy to have tools on, you never know when you're going to need them. What I did was put that bar there so it stops them coming out, carpeted there so the back, and this was just to hide it all. So a few books down the side just to keep us entertained. Now if you guys have followed on from the last video, this is a battery starter. Now I have the one in the front, which is similar to me having a tyre puncture repair. I also have a spare tyre underneath, so there's two opportunities to break down and fix it. I also have the battery starter at the front, and I also have this big double pack here, but also doubles as a light, and I put 3 spotlights. Now I was going to hook it up to USB, I was going to hook it up to the mains, but I decided that I would just go with this. Now I can charge this, and it holds quite a bit of charge, and then all I do is I plug that into there when I'm in the fan, and I have this switch here. Now when I switch it, it turns the lights on and off, and that way I'm never using the power of the fan. I'm never going to run my battery flat. And this, if this goes, then I know obviously I need to top this up, so it's just a precaution. But that will stay there, and it's a double jump start, so it makes complete sense to have that. Could have wired into the mains, as I say, but then I'm running the fan battery down, and you don't really want to be doing that in the middle of nowhere and getting stuck. So there's the back. I'll just quickly show you me sitting on there so you can see the size comparison. So I can easily use this bit if I wanted to. And what we do is sit here, and it's quite perfect actually. Now obviously if I have the back open, I can see out wherever I want. Now I have got a bug net that attaches to this and then tucks under the bed there, and it closes that bit off. I was going to have curtains, but I thought better of it. I just put this pole on so I can hang things on to dry if needs be, or I don't know, just whatever comes up. Now the other thing that I've got here, I say I'm somewhere and I need to get changed and there's people about, or I just want a bit of privacy completely, what I could do is tuck that over there, get changed, do what I need to do, and then obviously take that back off, take that back down and hang it back there. So there's the back. Obviously got the tow bar on when I got it. I just painted that black, and as you can see it blends in quite well. So the wheels came out quite nice. As I say, we just painted them, we didn't spray them, they will be done another time. I'm going to get thicker tyres with the AT tread on, and all this is going to be scuffed down and treated, and we'll make that new again. So now we've got the side. So as it is, without moving anything, I have all my stuff underneath the bed still able to access. I've got this that I made that obviously you can flip down and make an extended bed that way. I have slept that way, I quite enjoy it, it's not too crowded, so I don't really need that, but if I had two people in here it'd be quite cool. Or what I could do, we've worked out, is that you could put that down, have one person sleep across there, one person sleep across there, and then you could have two people underneath, as long as you didn't have this out, which you could put in the front, you could sleep under there as well. So it's got multiple options. So this I made, as you see, in one of the first videos, and it holds every bit of camping gear that I've got now. I've got 2 tents in there, 3 hammocks, and loads and loads and loads of kit. So that holds it quite well. Batten in there just to retain it. Haven't painted it because I'm not too fussed, it's only me that's seeing it. And that just blends over quite nicely. Now I chose this fabric because it brings colour to it all. With the birds and with the orange theme there and black, it all just blends in. So here I keep my tent pegs and my poles to go walking with. Over here I always keep my wellies, my backpack, my metal detector and my fishing rod. So everything's accessible to go out and about. Everything's ready just to grab. Now this box here I got this morning, it's quite a nice robust box. What I keep in there is some gym trainers, some walking trainers, some light coats, some walking boots, helmet for the bike. Now I haven't got the bike on us to show you right now, but a full 29 inch mountain bike goes in there. The front wheel sits behind there and the back wheel sits there, so it does fit in if you're wondering. So that I bought, and the reason I bought it that size is because this still comes down on top of it. Now I could take that completely out and put it in the front as well if I wanted more space, but as I said, when I did this I wanted this bit of carpet here so that I can go in, go that way, or that way, and get everything I need. Now underneath here I have a suitcase, and now this has not every bit of clothing I have, but it has enough for everything I need. That's gym, going out and about, going for a meal, keep me warm, camping and everything else. So that's just nicely tucked in there, and I can top it up as and when. And there's the crates that I showed you earlier. Now here I have my fishing tackle box, and here I have all my cameras and GoPros and everything else, and of course my trusty axe. So that just gets kept in there. I haven't had anything slide across here yet, but that just retains it, keeps it all nice and neat in there. So I'll just show you this table actually coming down. So what I've done is bungeed up here, put a fold away leg on it, and then that basically tips down there. If I just leave this, I can show you a bit there. So that just sits down there, blends down, and then you've either got a table to eat off, or you could put cushions on and have it as a seat if you've got guests, or as I said before, you can extend this over this way and have a longer bed that way. Now I'm 6 foot and I sleep in that bed that way quite nicely. I do tuck my legs up, so it wasn't a problem. But if you do have a problem, I would suggest having some sort of bed that extended out. So the top, as I showed you earlier, I put the spotlights in. Now I wanted a 3-tone, and the reason being is because obviously I've got the grey wall there and the black, and I've got other bits that are black as well. So I just thought, if I go grey, black, grey, and all that is just the board, lights in the top, run all the lights to the back there, down there, and to that power pack that I showed you earlier on. Put some blinds across here, and this is basically just to black out the front. So I can tuck this all the way down. Now it does get caught on there, but I can either bring that forward that way, or if I brought these forwards, I could always tuck that behind the back. And what I could do is just tuck it right behind the seats, and that gives me a blacked out front and back. There's still going to be bits through here, but I'm not too fussed about that. It was either that or curtains, and I quite like the blinds, so we'll stay with that for now. If it doesn't work, we can always upgrade later. And that's just on a roller system. And it just rolls right back up nicely into the top and just sits there. I've never had it flap over or give me problems while I'm driving. So the edges you may be noticing along here. Now the reason for this is because I want to angle a cross member there. Now it is going to lose me space, but I didn't want to take this right to the edge there and have it come down. I'd rather put my own angle in. So that is going to happen later on, but also we will be painting this fan, so I don't want to put too much up and have to strip it all back out. I haven't really mentioned, but you've seen them on the first video, is the carpet. Everything else is boxed in, carpeted in. The only bit that hasn't got carpet on is this, and I thought it weren't worth it because things are going to be sliding in and out. Space kind of flows all the way through and out that way as well. It sits perfectly there. When you sit on the bed, your head's not touching the ceiling. You get things out of here, pull things out of there, turn around, grab things out of there. Still got space, still got space, still got space. And then even if I took this out, say, and put them in the front, I've then got the extra space here, and I could just watch the world go by. So that's with the box move, so you're actually getting quite a lot of space there. The only thing I haven't really hooked up yet, that I plan to, is the water butt. Now, I can get water from everywhere. I can put it in this, and then what I was going to have is my Sawyer filter. So I just drain it off from there, filter the water. So if I am up the mountains, I can get water in that and put it on the van. And I've basically got 10 litres of water wherever I go. So it is quite handy. I will show you that in a future video. The gas burner that you saw earlier is just a £15 from Halfords, and to be honest, I don't want smells in here because I've got the carpet, because I've got the lining, I've got my bed. I don't really want to be cooking in here. I didn't want to sink. Don't feel I need it in all my stuff wherever I go. So in terms of cooking, I will take the stove out. I do plan to have one of those old TV twist stands so that I can take it outside and plop it on top. Then when I'm in here, I'm going to have a DVD player that I just watch DVDs. I was going to put a TV in here and have a full-time TV, but to be honest, this is kind of why I built the fan, so that I can get away from that life. Read more, I want to see more, I want to do things rather than be stuck glued to a series or television. If you haven't, subscribe below. There will be more videos in the pipeline. If you're watching this video and want to see the others, there's 1 to 10. This is the 10th video. The majority of what I've done to this fan stripped out and built it back up is on there. So if anyone's thinking of getting a Vivaro, they are pretty much interchangeable parts with the Renault Traffic, and there's a lot of them about, so the parts are always going to be there. They are a very good fan. If you get the one with good engine, you can't go wrong really. So yeah guys, thanks for watching. As I say, give me a thumbs up, comment below any places that I should go and see. I am based around the borders, so anywhere is accessible really, and I shall see you in the next video. I plan to go to the Viking Festival, so the next video is probably going to be about there. After there I'm going to Lulworth Cove, and then we're coming back up the road. So.